and welcome to Kashmir Impulse Let's Talk, a discussion program where every month we bring to you many topics related to youth. Today, the topic that we are going to discuss is an overburdened generation. I have with me 4 youth from different schools who are going to talk about this topic, and I would like them to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Mashood. I'm a student from BISCO and I'm currently preparing for the entrance.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am Saddam Hussain and I have been a student of Christian Public School and now I'm preparing for entrance.
I am Jasafa Shaukat and I'm currently studying in 12th standard and I'm from Green Valley Education Institute.
I'm Arshia Jaz. I'm from Malson School. I'm currently studying in 12th standard.
Let me start with Mashood. How do you actually manage to shuttle between school and then tuitions and then actually self-studying?
It gets stressful sometimes, but with time you kind of get used to it. So in the beginning you start thinking that you have to sort out what your priorities are and accordingly decide on where you should focus. You should focus on school or tuition or self-studies. And then slowly and steadily you start to realize that you have to kind of let go of some things and focus on some other things.
So do you easily let go of those things?
Well, it's hard in the beginning, but you soon start to realize that things that previously you thought were important are not so important anymore.
Can you just tell us what those things are that you're giving up?
Well, for me it was like I played a lot of football. I mean, it's till 10th, football was the main focus of my life.
No, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So don't you think leaving
that's
football
not
and just
exactly
concentrating?
true. You can play, but it means that you don't have to be serious about it. So, like for example, I still play football, but I'm not so serious about it anymore.
Coming to Saddam, your take on
As he said, prioritizing the things is very necessary because I realized, seriously, I will take a live example. My sister, she has a son, and seriously, the best thing in my life that has happened is being responsible, maternal uncle kind of thing. But what I realized is sometimes it is not about the relations even. Sometimes it is about realizing what is going to benefit you in the future. We actually tend to leave the things which are beneficial and are uninteresting, which seem to be uninteresting, quote unquote. That is what I'm talking about. And the time we actually realize the priorities in our life, trust me, that is the moment we will actually bring about a change in our life and in the lives of the people around us. And that is a better thing.
Moving on to girls, so I would like to ask, when you're in 12th, you're going to a school, a reputed school, and then you come for tuitions as well. So do you think there should be schools itself should be promoting good quality education so that you don't need to actually go for tuitions?
Yes, of course. I think this need arises because of the dissatisfaction we have with our schools. Of course, I go to a reputed school and there we have a good setup for education, but then still I'm not satisfied there. I have in my heart, no, I have to I have to get more education. I have to get some more knowledge, which according to me, I can go to a tuition and then just get it there. So it's not only in me, it's like in a lot of other students which study with me. I have perhaps only 2 or 3 students in my entire batch who don't go to tuitions. We have come to this place with a notion that we have to join the medical colleges or engineering colleges, and we want to make ourselves we have to make ourselves up to that level.
Okay.
So because of it, we when we go to our schools, we see the curriculum over there, we see the different things which are being taught to us over there. When we see the setup overall, setup over there, it comes to our mind, no, that's not enough for us. We have to join something new. We have to learn more things which would make us suitable for joining a good engineering college, joining a good medical college. So for that reason, we need to join this thing.
Okay. So Arsh, so my question to you would be, right now it's winter holidays, so when you're going to school and tuition, so how many hours you have to spend, shuttling between the school and tuitions?
We don't get much time to study actually when we shuttle between the schools and
how
the
many
tuitions.
hours actually do you think a school, you go to tuitions before school or after school?
No, we usually come to tuitions after the school. It's actually 3, and for example it would be at least 7. So hardly we can get out at least 3 hours
So
of
that
study,
means
self-study.
that means from 9 in the morning till 7 in the evening you're running between schools and tuitions. Okay.
Totally occupied. So we get very less time for the self-study, which is a very important for students.
So you do not find enough time for self-study.
Not actually.
Do you find yourself overburdened?
Overburdened at times, but like our brother said, we get used to it. It's habitual then. Then we find it's normal. It's a routine actually.
Okay.
So doesn't make any sense now.
Okay. So Shoot, talking of self-study, how important is self-study and how much time do you get for it?
It's actually the most important thing while studying, and I don't get much time, but then again there are several reasons for that. Primarily because we have to attend school, and for 11th 12th we have to attend school, and then there are tuitions. So one of the main things that people have to do is that they have to try and grasp most of the concepts while they are studying in schools or in tuitions, and then just revise them at their homes or wherever they are. Well, but most of the students don't do that, and what they try and they repeat the same thing. So they'll study something at school and tuition, and then again study it at their home, and this kind of turns into a cycle, and ultimately the student gets fed up of something and he stops studying that altogether, and that's very dangerous. So he has to balance, so he has to realize that there will be some things that he has to study of himself, and there are some things that he has to be dependent on his teachers.
Okay. So now, is this system beneficial, or at the end of the day it just ends up overstressing you and not
It
helping
is a
you?
necessary evil. It is a necessary evil because I believe for some people, if you go, schools don't work well in Kashmir. Let us accept that fact. Schools don't work well at all. As they don't work well, we need something. So that something, that slot is filled by the tuition centers. And I believe the best thing for 11th and 12th is to go to a government school, because let us accept the fact, I might be censored after this, but the thing is, when you go take an admission in a government school, it is not a compulsion that you go to that particular school every single day. So you get a lot of time. So you can spend that time at home, study. And that is a thing.
So another thing, about the system is, are we actually learning, or we just cramming up things, or we just putting an effort to just grasp everything that we're getting from the tuitions, from the school, trying to get everything into our brain?
I guess till 10th, every student crams the subject. But later, not most of the students, but later they come to understand that cramming is not the way to qualify the examinations.
Okay.
So we need to have the concepts.
Okay.
That's the main thing. So I think it's better to learn than to cram up the things.
Josepha?
Up to 10th standard, we used to be extremely happy. Now we are going back to our schools and we'll enjoy in our schools, etc., etc. We were like prepared for it. We used to be prepared for it. But then I realized in winter vacations that self-studies is extremely important. It is extremely important. In 11th standard, I should say that I wasted my whole time of the course in going to school and then to tuition, then to school and then to tuition. I did not get much time to study, and I maybe because of that I crammed the things.
Okay.
It's like a good thing. It's a good option for us to join a government school, as my brother said. It is a good option because there we get enough time. There we get enough time to study things better, and there we get a chance not to cram things, just to put things just to put things out of our mind which we have already crammed, and just to grasp the concepts in a better way. So that's the thing.
It's ironic, kind of you people saying that your parents are trying to put you in the best schools and best tuitions, and you want to be in government schools and in the best tuitions. Another aspect of, being overstressed in this environment, everything just boils down to engineering and being a doctor. You two want to be doctors, you two want to be engineers, right? So the path that is laid for you since childhood, have you ever tried to deviate from it?
I'll take the example of my sister. Both my sisters had non-medical plus medical. The thing they ended up doing was they actually got selected for some MBBS and that BTech but they started doing their BBA and MBA. So one of my
After getting selected.
after getting selected. So I don't know why. So this was the most absurd logic that I've ever come across. So the thing then was one of my sisters ended up being a professor in management, and the other sister is studying liberal arts in Delhi. So that is what I'm talking about. This should be defined. Every child should have a choice.
Have you ever thought of being anything else other than a doctor?
Other than a doctor, I want to be a journalist.
Okay.
Okay, that's true. From a childhood, I really wanted to be a journalist, but
So why are you doing this thing?
no, now late. See, we have brought up like this. We have only two perspectives: either engineering or a medical student. Even if we take engineering, we have many streams in engineering, like electrical. But usually, parents say no, mechanical is the best. You have a scope in here, you have scope in Kashmir. So that's why we have a mindset like that. But it's not like that. I was pressurized to take the medical subjects. I didn't realize that I am interested in medical.
Let's move on to another aspect of this. In all this, क्या कहते हैं उसको भाग दौड़ जो आप करते रहते हैं, उसमें अपने लिए टाइम मिलता है?
हाँ, कुछ चीज़ों के लिए मिलता है, कुछ चीज़ों के लिए नहीं मिल पाता है, लेकिन फिर डिसाइड करना पड़ता है कि क्या चीज़ें कंटिन्यू करें, क्या चीज़ें छोड़ दें, और फिर आदत हो जाती है। कुछ टाइम बाद लगता है कि जो मैंने छोड़ दिया वो अच्छा किया, जो कंटिन्यू करना है वो किया। तो well, you have to compromise on some things to get some.
So you compromise on your individual space.
Well, it's a necessary evil. You have to do something. You have to realize that there are some more important things which you could do during that time.
So you feel that career is the most important thing.
No, it's not career. It's just you. If you don't have a career, what will you? I don't want to live. I don't want to die like I never lived.
My answer to this question is like I got time to know about myself, who I am, who I actually am in this time only, when I had only one option, where I had only one place where I had to go every day. That's like my tuition centers, because our schools were off. This time I got a lot to know about myself. I got the time to think about different things, not only about studies but about different aspects of life. I started thinking about religion. I started questioning myself about what actually religion is. I started reading different books upon which gave me a kind of a knowledge about how to think, how to know yourself, I should say. But then we again reached to that point where I have to join my school. I won't get even time to study my syllabus, and then I'll just forget myself. I'll just forget myself. Right? That's
Okay, honest answers from all of you. Honest answer to this one question. Let's start with you only. Are you overburdened, and is this system right?
I guess the system is not right. We need to. It's a critical need that we need to upgrade our education system.
Okay, are you an overburdened generation?
I guess we are an overburdened generation.
Okay, so
my answer
Jessica.
is yes. We are, and we belong to an overburdened generation. Definitely, we belong to it. And then I don't want to be a part of it again and again. I want to just overcome this, and I want my youngsters to, they should not get into it. But then I don't know how will I help it.
okay, so Saddam.
So you had two questions. Are we overburdened or not? First thing, we are not. It depends upon priorities. Second thing, it is you ask that is the education system right? If we talk about statistics, Finland has got the best education system, and trust me, India is not even near, and Kashmir is not even in the same galaxy.
Okay.
So it ends up with a joke.
Masood.
I don't think we are overburdened, but we just need to sort out our priorities. But my friend here said that if Finland has the best education system, India produces the same number of engineers and doctors each year as the population of Finland. So,
As the population of?
Finland.
But Finland is a very small country. India is the second largest population. You cannot compare that. Okay, so thank you all of you. Thank you all of you for joining me in this discussion. It was a healthy discussion. That's all we have today for Kashmir Impulse Let's Talk. We had a healthy discussion on whether this generation is overburdened or not, and they found their own reforms, that they wanted to join government schools and good tuition centers. That means the tuition centers are benefiting them more. And is this right? This is something that we need to think about. Thank you. That's all.